Once upon a time in a land not so far away, there lived a wizard named Wally. Wally wasn't your average wizard, he had a penchant for budgeting and a love for spreadsheets. While other wizards were busy casting spells and flying on broomsticks, Wally was busy calculating compound interest. One day, as he was sipping his enchanted tea, he overheard a group of villagers lamenting about their financial futures. They were worried about retirement, which, in their minds, was as mythical as a dragon that didn't hoard gold. Wally, feeling generous, decided to lend a hand, or rather, a wand. Saving for retirement is easy if you're a wizard, he declared, waving his wand dramatically. The villagers looked at him skeptically, as if he had just suggested they walk on water. How can it possibly be easy? One villager asked, scratching his head. Well, Wally began, let me show you my magical methods. He conjured a giant, shimmering spreadsheet that floated in the air, filled with numbers and letters. Behold! The power of compound interest, he announced, as if he had just unveiled the Holy Grail. The villagers squinted at the spreadsheet, bewildered by the columns and rows. Is that a spell or a math problem? Another villager muttered. Both. Wally chuckled, twirling his wand. But mostly, it's just math. He waved his wand again and a small dragon appeared, holding a piggy bank. This is Sparky, my financial planner, Wally said proudly. Sparky the dragon looked a bit confused but was doing his best to look professional. He's here to help you understand the importance of starting early with your retirement savings, Wally continued. Why start early? A villager asked, still skeptical. Imagine if you planted a magical beanstalk today, instead of waiting until you're old and gray, Wally explained. It grows faster, and who wouldn't want a giant beanstalk in their backyard? You could even climb it to avoid retirement parties. The villagers started to nod, the idea of avoiding awkward small talk at parties appealing to them. But what if I don't have any gold? One villager said, looking defeated. Ah, but that's where the real magic comes in, Wally said, grinning. You don't need gold to start saving. You can start with a single enchanted coin. He waved his wand again, and a shiny coin appeared in front of the villager. This coin, if invested wisely, can turn into a fortune. The villagers gasped, and one even fainted at the thought of free money. Now, let's talk about diversifying your portfolio, Wally said, clapping his hands. Suddenly, a variety of magical creatures appeared, unicorns, griffins, and even a couple of friendly trolls. You need a mix of different investments, just like you need a mix of magical creatures in your life, he explained. Too many unicorns? You'll end up with a lot of glitter and not much gold. Too many trolls? Well, good luck with that. The villagers laughed, finally warming up to the idea of financial planning. And remember, my dear friends, to keep an eye on your expenses, Wally added, casting a spell that made a giant dollar sign float above their heads. If you don't, your retirement plans will disappear faster than a rabbit or a magician's hat. The villagers chuckled, imagining their savings vanishing before their eyes. So, who's ready to start their retirement savings journey? Wally asked, a twinkle in his eye. Slowly, the villagers raised their hands, ready to embrace the wizardry of saving. Excellent. Now, let's get started first. We need to brew some financial literacy tokens. And just like that, Wally the wizard transformed the lives of the villagers, proving that saving for retirement could indeed be magical.